Hello everybody, Carlos from Ego English one more time with you, and today we're going to talk about conjugation of verbs in the present. Alright? So how do we conjugate verbs in the simple present? It's very simple, as the name says. Basically, to conjugate verbs in English in the present, we have to add s to he, she, it, which is the third person of singular. So basically, let's say if I take the verb play, I play, you play, he plays, she plays, okay? It plays, we play, you play, they play. The rest is all the same, right? So basically, to help you understand the conjugation, we put s for he, she, it. There are some differences depending on the termination of the word we are going to study in the following class. But so far, remember, he, she, it, put s and you have a conjugation, affirmative, simple present. Giving continuity to our grammar classes about the present, I want to teach you today how to ask questions in the present simple in English. And this is really different from Portuguese, all right? Because in English, you can't ask a question without using one auxiliary verb, okay? What is an auxiliary verb? It's a verb that will help you make a question, make a negative, right? And we have different auxiliary verbs depending on the tense we're talking about. For the present, the auxiliary verbs that we use is the verb do or does, okay? Depending if it's he, she, it, I will use does. If it's I, you, they, I will use do, okay? So for he, she, and it, I use does, all right? In this way, when you ask a question, you will go, you study, affirmative. But in the question say, do you study? It's like as a question mark. You have to use it to make a question, right? He studies. Does he study? He works. Does he work? They play. Do they play? So basically, to ask a question in English, you need to use the auxiliary verbs do or does. Do I, do you, do we, do they, does he, does she, does it. That's basically the idea for asking questions in the present in English. When we talk about negatives in English, we also use auxiliary verbs. And in the simple present, the auxiliary verb that we use is do or does. Again, plus not to form a negative, right? So, I do not study, which I simplify and I say I don't study, all right? You don't study. He, she, it, we use the same auxiliary does plus not. So, he does not study, that's the negative. And when I contract, it goes to he doesn't study. All right? She doesn't study. We don't study. They don't study. So remember, now we have the complete simple present, okay, in very a few minutes. He studies. Does he study? Because it's interrogative. He doesn't study in the negative. All right? For more information, check on our website, okay? ego.institute. That's it. You can find more information there. Thanks for watching.